body-worn video cameras.
Police officers!
The new eyes of the law.
Right. Got the runner. Out the car! Now!
Cops on the front line in Nottinghamshire tackle all types of emergencies.
Hands up.
And crack down on all kinds of crime.
More and more plants. Every room we go to.
They are the bodycam squad. Coming up, a man's reported to be on the loose with a chainsaw
We're contained from the house to rear as best we can.
and allegedly making threats to kill.
Uh-oh.
A car pursuit results in a crash,
Boom.
forcing an officer to draw his taser, and cops flood the Bilborough estate on the hunt for suspected career criminals.
Is that it? The dog may be able to pick up the track.
Career criminals, I guess. Let's do this.
Nottinghamshire Police Force has nearly 3,200 officers and staff, and Stu Hazard is one of their longest-serving PCs.
Stu Hassett?
Over his 29 years of service, he's been a traffic cop, a response cop, and a firearms officer.
Front seat passenger, open the door very, very slowly. Do it now.
After nearly 30 years on the job, Stu's seen a dramatic gear change in violent crime, and the weapons the criminals are now prepared to use.
Things have definitely changed. Violent crime, I think, there certainly appears to be more of it. There certainly seems to be a lot more knife crime about, but there just seems to be absolutely no respect for anybody nowadays. They don't even respect themselves. There's certainly no respect for the police from certain quarters. This is nothing like the job I joined. Absolutely nothing like the job I joined.
Now a dog handler, Stu is on patrol with police dog Morse, and an emergency call has just come through from Police HQ.
There is information that's come in reporting that is rampaging in the house, he's making numerous threats.
A man's reported to be blockading his family in a house in the Dunkirk area.
Threats to go towards family members, and he's taken a chainsaw into the living room with him.
The suspect's allegedly making threats to kill his wife and children.
I had a call, a domestic situation where a man's armed, potentially armed with a chainsaw.
With 2 women killed every week by a current or former partner in England and Wales, and domestic violence on the increase, there's no time to waste. The suspect's eldest son, who called 999, is still on the line to the control room.
I believe that the caller is still on the third floor, potentially his mother and also his 1-year-old brother on the second floor, and he believes that Dad may well be on the ground floor, but that isn't confirmed.
All available cops in Nottingham are rushing to the scene. The caller is now claiming that his dad's threats are escalating.
He has said that the police attempted heard them. So it's come to armed authority.
Where somebody's holding the family with a chainsaw, there's all sorts of thoughts going through your mind. We're going to have to be really careful here, because if a chap comes at you with a chainsaw, the damage he can do, or it might go the other way. Our arrival might inspire him then to attack his family with it.
Cops fear lives could be at risk. Firearms officers are on their way, and Stu's police dog will offer vital support.
We go to every firearms incident. We want a police dog there for what we call a less than lethal option. So if somebody wants to come and fight and they've not got weapons, then we're not going to shoot them. But we've also obviously got the dog there, and should they decide to run off, we've also got the option of using the dog to detain them.
At the address, the cops have closed off the street to ensure the public are kept safe, and the suspect can't escape if he's still in the house.
We're contained from the house to rear as best we can.
Firearms officers are unsure where the suspect is, but with his wife and children potentially in danger, they're approaching the house. They're preparing to cut their way in.
Go away! Go away!
Stu standing by with Morse in case the man armed with a chainsaw tries to make a run for it. The cops are ready to go in. When all of a sudden, the suspect's visibly upset wife and baby son appear. Her son, who called 999, joins her. He thinks his dad's already fled.
It was just me with my little brother and dad, but I don't know where dad is.
Please, my son says he's gone off in a car, mum says he's gone off in a car as well. Just get the details of that.
The suspect's wife thinks he's gone, but the cops need to check the house in case he's hiding inside. With alleged threats made to harm police officers, they're sending Morse in first.
I'm in the building, police officer the dog. Show yourself now, you've been warned, it's your last chance.
Good lad. Get on, find him.
If the suspect is in the house and armed with a chainsaw, Morse could be in danger.
You love your dogs, you spend lots and lots of time with the dogs, and yes, you do think of their safety, but you've always got to bear in mind at the end of the day, he's not a pet. He is a police dog, he's trained for a purpose, and the ultimate is that you know one day you might have to sacrifice that dog for the safety of somebody else.
After a thorough search of the property, Morse is safe.
Quite happy. The dog's been in there searched, there isn't any indication, so now the team are going in just to search, but we believe he's gone anyway, but nevertheless they've still got to search it.
It soon becomes clear that the suspect escaped before the cops arrived, taking his chainsaw with him. And he's now on the loose on the streets of Nottingham.
We've got to play with the chainsaw, and we've got to find him and stop him from getting to anybody else.
Stu, along with all available units, trawl Nottingham on the manhunt. After 2 hours, there's an update. The cops have received intel that the suspect's also armed with a shotgun.
This chap is supposed to be in possession of a chainsaw and now a shotgun. We don't know if the wider public are in danger from this chap. We don't know what his mental state's like. You can do a lot of damage with that. So everybody then becomes a target, potentially. We've got to stop him at all costs. Even if it means putting ourselves on the line, we have got to stop him.
But will Stu and the firearms team track down the suspect before he causes serious harm?
Now, authorised on faces
Oh,
again.
crap.
Positions where we make threats to kill.
In the Dunkirk area of Nottingham, dog handler Stu and firearms cops race to an address after a man allegedly made threats towards his family with a chainsaw.
I'm in the building, police officer the dog. Show yourself now, you've been warned, it's your last chance.
But the potentially dangerous suspect escaped before the cops arrived.
It was just me with my little brother and dad, but I don't know where dad is.
And now he's on the loose with a chainsaw and a shotgun.
Oh man, it's nighttime.
Police crews all over Nottingham, including firearms units, have been hunting the suspect for hours. And now there's an update. The suspect is driving a black BMW X5, and an automatic number plate recognition camera has flagged up that he's in the area.
So now we've got
Okay, like a BMW X5, I guess.
the BMW and now authorised on status again. Positions where we make threats to kill. So it's heading back towards Nottingham.
Stu's gut instinct is telling him that the suspect's driving back towards his family home.
We've got to take it that he's going home for one reason. If he's got a shotgun in the car, and he's got his chainsaw in the car that he's already threatened his family with allegedly, and he's only going to go home for one thing. And we have to neutralise that threat before he gets back to his home address, because the harm that he could do when he gets back with a shotgun or chainsaw, it just doesn't bear thinking about. Now we've got to stop him at all costs, even if it means putting ourselves on the line. We have got to stop him.
Stu's parking off the main road that leads to the family home in his unmarked Skoda that's perfect for surveillance.
If he's coming from the eastern direction, the most natural way would be along this road in front of us at the moment. If we see him coming down here, then we can give the crews the early heads up.
Minutes later, the suspect's black BMW X5 crosses Stu's path in the rush hour traffic.
That's him.
It's a near side lane of 2.
Stu calls in the sighting to the officer in charge of the operation. He gets the go-ahead to trail the BMW covertly until the firearms crews take over closer to the suspect's home. They're taking no chances. A hard-arm stop has been authorised, only used in extreme circumstances. The firearms unit planned to box in the BMW with their vehicles and approach the suspect with guns drawn.
Uh-oh.
Delta 3-5 is approaching the island.
Extreme circumstances.
At the island, committed to the island. Stand by, it's not one, it's the second. And for the team's information, it's got a rear near side light out. It's hard to tell because he's went to speed up.
For the hard-arm stop tactics to work, they need to wait until the BMW leaves rush hour traffic and the firearms crew are in position. It's up to Stu to keep on the suspect's tail without him noticing.
Delta 3-5, I've got an offside indication, it's still in heavy traffic.
Stu's keeping the commanding officer updated on the BMW's movements.
Yes, got you, Jim.
If the suspect turns right, armed officers are lying in wait and ready to strike with a hard-arm stop.
Still offside indication, it's slow moving traffic. Approaching street to the offside.
Marker.
Firearms officers pull in behind the BMW and there's no time to waste. Within seconds, the suspect is boxed in.
Boom.
He's held at gunpoint as Stu gets police dog Razor ready as backup.
Keys on green. Step out of the vehicle. Show your hands at all times, you understand? Face those officers to your right.
So far, the suspect's complying.
Put the hands on there. You come to no harm, mate. All right, understand, mate? You fucking open that up, mate. Look at that. Come off.
The shock of the hard stop is wearing off, and the suspect's getting angry.
Found a chainsaw in the car.
Well
Also, there's,
spotted.
a shotgun in the vehicle as well.
The gun's not open, it's broken out into 3 component parts, so it's safe.
There's relief all round that the suspect and his weapons are off the streets.
It starts to kick off a little bit, but there's no dramas with it. Not injured at all. There's no injuries on the police side, so it was a good result. And the threat has been neutralised.
After spending time in prison on remand, the man was convicted of a fray and possession of a firearm. He was sentenced to a 15-month suspended prison sentence. His shotgun was seized and destroyed. The charges of threats to kill and possession of a firearm with intent to cause fear, to which he pleaded not guilty, were ordered to remain on file. Whilst evading police earlier in the day, he also committed a series of motoring offences and was found to be 3 times over the drink-drive limit. He was disqualified from driving for 36 months and ordered to pay a £140 victim surcharge.